Hello, this is Jen from Newton's Nook Designs. Today I'm excited to be sharing with you our brand new autumn collection. This collection features all the things you love about the fall season. There's fall flowers, apples, pumpkins, and of course leaves, the essential item for fall crafting. If you like fall crafting as much as I do, you are going to love the items we have just released. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to walk you through each of the products in the collection. I'll give you a little closer look at it, and then I will show you creations that I have made with them to give you a little bit of inspiration on what you can create. So stay tuned and enjoy this closer look. First, I'm going to share with you our new hot foil products. We've been having so much fun with the hot foil products, and I hope you have been enjoying them too. This month, we are featuring a long border of leaves that you can foil. This is called Fall Leaves. And then we have some sentiments with the fall theme, and this one's called Autumn Greetings. The sentiments read Happy Fall, Autumn Greetings, Harvest Blessings, So Very Thankful, and Happy Thanksgiving, just to get you a little head on the Thanksgiving wishes. These will all fit in this banner duo die set, so you can foil them. Just make sure you have them a little further apart on your page, and then you can cut them out using this. All of them will fit in both of these banners, the fishtail banner or the rectangular banner. And we do have a couple other sets, a birthday themed one and the bright sentiments that we released in the summer to go with the fireflies, and all of them fit in this die set. So once you have this die set, you can mix and match all of our hot foiled sentiment sets, and they all work together. So using that, I created this fun card, and you can see how pretty that foil is. I just foiled it once, kind of through the top section of my card, but if you put it all the way to the edge, you could foil it twice and fill your whole card background. There are some samples of that being shown on our website of some of our design team members who did that, where they filled the whole background by foiling it twice. But for my card today, I foiled it once, and I used two colors of foil. So I laid the gold foil and the copper foil down next to each other when I did the foiling to get that kind of fun two-striped color look. And then here I used So Very Thankful from the Autumn Greetings stamp or hot foil set. And that I did with like an orange foil onto a craft colored paper. And then I cut it out using the Banner Duo die set, so you can see how fun that looks. And then other than that, this card is very simple. The Frames and Flags die set was used to create the scallop edged banner, and then I just added some twine. So a really simple, beautiful fall card. Or this could be a thank you for something someone has done for you this fall. The other card I created shows you a few more of the words from the Autumn Greetings. So here we have Happy Fall, So Very Thankful, and Autumn Greetings. And I did them in different colors of paper and different colors of foil. So the top one is an orange foil, and so is the bottom one. But then here I used a craft paper, and there I used a brown paper. And then in the center, for a fun pop of color, I used a teal foil on a rust colored paper. So you can see how just like changing up the colors of foil and paper you use really gives you so many options. And then for this card, I just made a fall themed card, and I used our autumn paper pad. There's a nice little plaid pattern in there. Put that across a stripe of that there. And then this is also a rectangular cut from our Frames and Flags die set. And then I just kind of splattered some watercolor on the top of it, gave it some little splatters. And then I cut out a few leaves using our Autumn Leaves die set. That set has a few different leaf shapes and an acorn. So I cut some of those out in colors that just kind of coordinated with the paper and the sentiments and made a fun fall card. So this one could be just to say happy fall to someone, or it could be a thank you card. So just a fun way to mix and match those new products. Next, I'll start sharing with you our stamp sets this month. So our first one is called Fall Harvest. So this set features a bushel basket, and then things that will fit in the bushel basket. So you could fill your basket with a puppy who's buried in leaves, a basket of pumpkins and kittens, and then we have a little bird here too, some apples, some pumpkins, or some flowers, including sunflowers. And then we have a little leaf, 2 little leaves that are extra for just kind of stamping around your card or adding to your scene. And then for sentiments, we have a bushel and harvest. So both of these could go with most of these little words. So you could say a bushel and a peck, a bushel of happiness, harvest of thanks, harvest of love, or you could even say harvest of happiness or a bushel of love. So you can see how you can kind of mix and match those smaller words with the 2 large words and make a really fun, unique card sentiment. And then, of course, happy fall, y'all. So those are the words that you get with this. And then, of course, there is a coordinating die set available for this set as well, if you'd like to cut out the little pieces to layer. With that, I wanted to feature more than one of the images on my card, so I decided to create a 5x7 card. So this is a bit larger card. And then I used our A7 frames and banners die set, which fits perfectly with the 5x7 size, to create this fun scalloped border and to cut out this border as well. So this border is like a frame that has 3 inset cuts. So I just cut it 3 times, once from brown cardstock, once from this yellow leaf pattern, and one's from the plaid pattern. And those patterns are also part of our autumn paper pad. And then I added the sentiment, a bushel of thanks, to make this a thank you card. And then these 2 little shapes, the banner and the shape here, the decorative shape that hold the words, are also part of this A7 frames and banners die set. And then for the images, I'll close up here, we've got that kitty in the bushel basket. I did watercolors on mine, but you could color them with whatever your favorite medium is. And so then we've got the kitty with the pumpkins, and I did a kind of a, it could be a robin or a fall looking bird. And then in the middle one, I did the trio of pumpkins and made them each a different color, leaving the little one white. It's just so fun how many colors pumpkins come in the fall. And then on this end, I added the puppy. And the puppy is so cute, peeking out from the pile of leaves. You can just imagine the basket was filled with leaves and he jumped right in. So that is my card using this set. So you can see how fun it is. You can make a card with several of the images, or you could just feature one and make a fun background to go with it. So lots of options that you can create, mixing and matching the sentiments and images on this fall set. So again, super fun. Our next set is called Autumn Apples. This one features apples, which are one of our favorite fall treats. We have a plain apple here. Here we have a caramel apple. And here we have apple cider. And then, of course, a sliced open apple, a little bold apple, and some sprinkles if you wanted to add those to your caramel apple. And for sentiments, we have caramel and spice and everything nice. Wishing you an absolutely wonderful day. You're the caramel to my apple, and you're the spice in my cider. So it's just like going to the apple orchard. There's so many fun things that can be done with apples, and there's so many fun things you can do with this set. You could also just use the apple by itself, or maybe even with this one, the Absolutely Wonderful Day, and make teacher cards. So that's another use, or like back to school cards. But since we released this one in the fall here, we kind of went with the caramel and cider theme, but I think you could definitely use it for other things as well. And a coordinating die set that cuts out all the apple shapes is available. For my card, I created one that uses a whole bunch of the images together, and the caramel and spice and everything nice sentiment. So I used the solid apple and the caramel apple and the apple cider. And then I took that sliced open apple and put one on each side. So I just had a lot of fun coloring these images. I used alcohol markers for these. And then this background of kind of a gingham plaid look is from our autumn paper pad. And the ovals are from our oval frames die set. And then this is a vellum and just a cream colored paper. And then I used our sky borders die set to make these two scalloped borders. Now that's meant to kind of be a cloud set, but it works great for just adding a decorative edge too, which is what I did here, and I made it in teal and red and brown. Really fun combination for apples and for fall. Our next set is a fun new addition to our floral collection. We have a bunch of 3x4 floral sets that for pretty much every season, and we didn't have a lot for fall. There is a sunflower set which would go great with this, but this time we thought chrysanthemums are one of our favorite fall flowers. We always get a couple bouquets or planters of them in our front porch, and so we thought that would be a really fun one to feature. So this features a few stems of chrysanthemums, a couple big ones, a sideways, and a little bud. And then for sentiments, we have thank you and every year I fall for you. So we just kind of one fall sentiment and one just kind of general thank you. And you can definitely mix and match. These would be great with some of those foiled autumn greetings sentiments too that I shared earlier. So lots of things you could do with this. And a die set is available as well. For my card, I created this one using the chrysanthemums, and I colored them kind of a rusty gold color using Copic markers, and use the coordinating die set to cut them out. And then for the background, I used our falling leaves stencil, and I first ink blended just kind of a little yellow, light yellow from the corner down diagonally. And then I took the falling leaves stencil and blended brown, orange, and a little yellow to kind of create a nice background of fall leaves. And then I added the sentiment, every year I fall for you, on the top. So that card was very simple to make. The hardest part was deciding what color to make my chrysanthemums. What's your favorite color? We usually end up with red in front of our house because we have red shutters on our house. But I think sometimes we've gone yellow too. There's some pretty yellow ones or gold out there. And so in this one, I kind of did like a red gold or red orange. So that was really fun to color. And last but not least is our Newton's Harvest Time stamp set. So we had to see what trouble Newton was up to this month. He has snuck into the wheelbarrow full of pumpkins and is hoping to get a ride to the pumpkin patch. So this cute image also features some fall sentiments. So we've got hope your fall is loads of fun, happy fall, and then just a hello if you just want to make a fun little greeting. And then we also have a little leaf, another little stem of wheat, and a little pumpkin. If you like making scenes or backgrounds, those would be great for that. And then a die set is available for that as well to cut out all the images. On my card with this one, I started out by using that hot foil, the Fall Leaves hot foil plate, and I made a fun kind of orangey, you can see that? Orangey foiled, coppery orange. And then I took some ink blending and did just kind of a little yellow to make it kind of a sunny or hazy afternoon or evening sky with leaves. And then I used our Land Borders die set to make a hill and a grassy edge. And above that, I added Newton. This is a gray kitty in this one, so maybe it's more like saffron. But there's a gray kitty. It filled in a wheelbarrow of orange pumpkins. And I watercolored on this one too. And colored the wagon and the wheel and everything. I just love watercoloring. It's just fun. And then for the sentiment, I just made a simple happy fall. And this I actually used that Banner Duo die set that I showed you earlier. It works great for all of our hot foiled sentiments, but in this case I thought this one would fit in there perfectly, and I wanted a longer banner so I could kind of slide it behind the wheel. So I chose to do that. Really fun to create. You can see how that hot foil plate can make a fun background for images. I did create a second card with this one because I was having so much fun playing with the kitty. On this one, I colored the kitty a little bit differently. I still did gray, but I left his little patch of white on the face and a little patch of white on the tail. And then again, I colored the wheelbarrow full of pumpkins, using different colors of orange on the pumpkins. And then I just added a little splash of gold watercolor over the wheat areas. And then for the card, I used our circle frames die set to cut out a scallop circle. And then I used our Hills and Grass stencil set. It's a border stencil, and I used that to kind of add a little brown grass. Since it's fall, I thought it would be fun to do some kind of darker grass on the bottom. And here's I Hope Your Fall is Loads of Fun. And I stamped that onto a banner from our banner. I think that's from our Frames and Flags die set. And then for the background, if you can see, this is actually our jack-o'-lantern stencil, which has it's a 3-layer stencil. So one layer is the pumpkins, one is the stems, and there is a 3rd layer that makes jack-o'-lantern faces. But in this case, I just skipped adding the jack-o'-lantern faces because I wanted it to be a fall card, not a Halloween card. So you can see how that kind of adds a little bit of life to that stencil. You can use it for 2 seasons. So that's what I did there. And I used some embossing paste, texture paste, to kind of give that a raised look. So super fun creating for fall. I don't know about you, but fall is one of my favorite times of year to craft because I just love the colors and stuff you can do for fall. So I will just walk you through those cards one last time. So I'm just going to give you one last look on all of those cards that I created. I hope that you will have a chance to go over to our shop and check out all these brand new products. Fall is definitely one of my favorite times of year to create. I'm not sure how you feel about it, but fall is so fun. It's so fun to color. The color combinations are just so pretty. Lots of oranges and reds, and then you can add pops of yellow or teal. So many things you can do. And then adding those foils to your cards just gives it that extra special touch. So if you have a hot foil machine, I'd recommend that you check out our new foil designs. Everything is up in our shop now at newtonsnookdesigns.com, and it will all be under the new category. But while you're there, make sure you also visit our fall category because we have lots of awesome products like this leaf die, and some of the other things, some of the stencils and stuff I showed today from previous releases that are still available. And I think you're definitely going to find some fun fall things to create with. So thank you so much for watching today, and I hope you enjoyed this closer look at our fall release. You can always follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, and make sure you like this video and hit the bell to subscribe for when we add new content. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a great day, and I hope that your fall is fabulous.